Purrnaz. I'll ask her about it again later with us today. And just before we get her on, a little bit about her. Kitty Purrnaz is an emerging independent artist, born and raised in sunny Singapore, inspired by the likes of Frank Sinatra, Bulow, Melanie Martinez, Charlie Puth, Julia Michaels. Kitty is a lover of nostalgia and modernity, poetry and wordplays, quintessences that remain true to her musical identity. Coined as a shy bedroom chanteuse, another word which I don't really know how to pronounce, among the poplars, the autodidact music producer, wow, she's a great producer, and singer-songwriter. Her voice is wonderful too, was first put on radar for her SoundCloud demos and quirky covers in 2019. Following her addition into the Noise Music Mentorship 2019 roster as an apprentice in collaboration with prolific mentors Evan Lowe, shout out Evan, also known as Adventure Time, and Imran Ajmain. Kitty went on to release her debut single Cry, if you all check it out, if you haven't, you better check it out, in 2020 and has accumulated over 700 streams on Spotify to this day, more than I have ever had, leading her to be a recipient of the top 5 Singaporean musicians selected for Vans Musicians Wanted 2020, much deserved. With much more that is yet to be released. Kitty continues to usher in the new year by being awarded the Best Indie Alternative Single of the Year. Her Insta stories were great, by the way, at the Youth Music Awards 2021, held by MediaCorp, Bandwagon and Skate. Although timid and coy by nature, much is to be anticipated of the young soloist and her artistic eccentricity. She is currently working on a debut EP, oh, exciting, that is set for release in the second half of 2021. So with that, please welcome Kitty Purrnaz. Yeah. Hello.
Oh my god, my biography.
I hope I did that. I hope I did it justice.
Yeah.
Okay, and so for everybody out there who hasn't heard you pronounce your name, how do you pronounce it?
I mean, people pronounce it like they pronounce it this way. They pronounce it like Kitty Purrnaz. Kitty Purrnaz, but actually it's supposed to be like
Okay.
Kitty Purrnaz, because cats, because they purr, cats purr. So that's how, because cats.
Yeah. Are you a big cat
Ooh,
fan?
yeah. I'm a cat person.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. So, I mean, I just have to say how amazing your voice is. First of all, the first time I heard you, I think this is some inside knowledge, but when you submitted an audition for the Great Singapore Replay, and we heard you sing, and we were like, who is this? So I do kind of have a script of the questions that I'm supposed to ask you, but I mean, let's just take it as organically as we can. So like, I really want to, I mean, we can get to how skilled you are as a producer later on. But when did you start singing?
I started singing like since I guess around like 9 or 8.
Nice.
Yeah, but I didn't really want to be a singer though. It was just like a for fun thing.
Yeah. But so how did you then? I mean, I guess we all learn how to sing with our ears and mimicking like voices that we like. So who were some of the voices? I mean, in your bio it says Frank Sinatra, right? How do you pronounce the Bulow?
Below.
Below, Melanie Martinez. So what was probably the first memory of you singing something and hearing or understanding that you could actually sing?
I definitely couldn't sing last time actually. Because actually, like when I was younger, like 10 years ago or 10-15 years ago, there was this band called, they're still prevalent in the industry, Paramore.
Oh yeah.
So I was a big fan of like Hayley Williams.
Of course,
So like
yes.
and then when you're young and then you maybe your subjects you're not really doing well, and you don't really have anyone to express it to, so you listen to music, right?
Yeah.
So I just listened to all those emo bands, or like Paramore, Hayley Williams, and then I just kind of sing along to whatever
Nice.
she's singing. So that's kind of how I guess train myself
Mm-hmm.
singing wise. But I don't really have like professional training though. I just agak-agak, I guess.
Which is good. I mean, that's the innate talent there. But when do you kind of know that you had like something?
um, I think I would say actually like after the noise music mentorship, honestly.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, like I started writing first,
Yeah.
and then I switched to learning how to produce like around 12 or 13. But I never
Wow.
really see myself like, oh, I can do something with it until after noise. I was like, oh, can actually do something with like this music stuff. Can maybe make a living or just pursue it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I guess. I mean, if you guys haven't heard her, like, please somehow, even after this interview, immediately go and put on some Kitty Purrnaz and listen to Cry. But I think we heard back in a few years ago, we heard some of the covers that you did as part of some of the auditions that you sent in, and also at this noise program, uh, which I think the previous year I was a mentor, but for your year I had another thing on, but Evan was telling me about you and your voice, and you're like, yeah, this like her voice is unreal, and like, where did she come from? So like, uh, we were very heartened to see like a voice like yours, but on top of that, also like someone who can produce like you do. So my next question would be like, you said you were starting in production when you were 12 or 13, right? So I would assume that's when you kind of like started writing original music, whether it was around your voice or just around things that you've heard. So like, how did that begin for you? Like, was it a very musical thing? You hear different movements of music, and you would like produce something yourself,
Mhm.
or did you have a specific like band or orchestral movement that you really liked and you wanted to pay homage to? What was that like?
Um, I mean I when I started around that age also my songs were quite mediocre. It's very Disney like. Like the
Okay.
jingle is very like dun, 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 like how the like
I
and
must say Disney's musical movements are amazing though. So it's a good place to start.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
And then so I started with Audacity at first because it's free. And
Hey, shout out
then
Audacity. Say.
yeah. And then after that there's this one DAW called, I think it's called Muse. I forgot what it's called.
Okay.
It's something, oh, Mixcraft, sorry.
Mixed
Mixcraft.
crowd. Okay, got
It's
it.
not really, people don't really, I don't know if people use that, but and then I moved to Fruity Loops around,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Philippines.
So I guess my musical direction was more because I didn't have a band either. So that's kind of why I
Mm-hmm.
started producing. So I was like, if I mean I'm young, I don't have money. I can't really
Mm-hmm.
afford like a producer, or I can't really afford a management to kind of, you know. I mean
Help
I
you out.
wasn't, yeah, I mean I wasn't really thinking of doing it as a career yet. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to, I guess the idea of having a song, making a song was interesting to me. So I thought,
Mm-hmm.
why not just learn yourself? I mean, because YouTube is accessible.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so I just was kind of like jumping from different DAWs because I wasn't sure which one fits me.
yeah.
So my music last time was actually along the lines of like Hannah Montana. It sounds yeah, it sounded really like I have this song titled Miss Whatever, and I don't even
Okay.
know what it sounds very, it's basically like the lyrics are all just me like trying to diss my classmates, which is really random. And then so it wasn't, I was basically just playing around, just learning plugins. And then dubstep was like a huge thing also when I was like in
Oh
secondary
yeah.
school or late primary. So I was just trying to follow my production. I was trying to follow Skrillex a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Australia, like around when I was 15, I moved to Australia.
Yeah.
And then that's when I kind of found out about Ableton, which is what I'm
Nice.
using.
Right
Yeah.
now, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
shout out Ableton, me too.
Yeah.
It's it's one of the easiest way to create.
hmm
I guess easiest ways.
yeah. So like I used Ableton in Australia, but in my high school we kind of learned Pro Tools a bit. And it's a good software. I guess I
Yeah,
just like Ableton because of the whole like, you know, when you play it live,
that's it.
how you can integrate it with the whole
Mm-hmm.
launchpad and all. Because I was also fascinated with that. So I
Nice.
with Ableton, that's when my music was more kind of, because I got inspiration from Frank Sinatra also during this period. I liked Frank
Awesome.
Sinatra, and then I think Melanie Martinez didn't come until a year after that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was basically just making music for fun, and in 2018 I released some demos on SoundCloud,
Yeah.
and then because that was when I came back to Singapore also, because I finished my high school and then I finished my internship at a local label in Australia called Skinny Fish,
Wow.
and I think that's how I met Yo also. Yo,
Oh
next is Yo,
yeah.
yeah. He
Shout
I
out.
shout out. He's a really great guy. I mean, he taught me a
Yeah.
lot about production as well.
Oh, yo
Um,
is the man.
yeah, really great guy. And
Yeah.
then so when I came back to Singapore, I wasn't really sure what to do as well, because like you know like you I have an A level cert, and then
Yeah.
I have some internship experience, but I wasn't really sure where to go, because you know like in Singapore when it comes to music it's a bit like, I mean, it's just some
Sketchy.
yeah. So I was looking through Facebook and Google search engines searching about music in Singapore. Then came across the Great Singapore Replay, and
Yeah.
also Noise Music Mentorship. So I was like, maybe I'll just try my luck at it and
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah.
So um I mean obviously it went well. I'm really glad for the experience that I had with both, because it's like I think it really opened my worldview, because I think back when I first came to Singapore I didn't really know about the music scene here. I didn't know if
Oh
there
yeah.
was any,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
I've been away for a while.
And it's
So
also quite hard to dig up, if you to be honest, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful for the experience from both programs, because it's like, I mean, I wasn't part of the Great Singapore Replay, but I think that's when I met Tim also, the
Yeah.
first time I
Yeah.
met him. And then
It was like when you were so shy.
yeah, and then I met Adin, and then he asked me like some chords to a song that I was gonna sing, and then I was like, oh no, I don't know chords.
Yeah, he brought in his little mini synth. I can't remember what it was. It was a battery powered synth, and he asked you for the chord so he could accompany you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know.
So poor thing, we put you on the spot.
Yeah,
But he was like, do you think I should bring my synth and then get her to sing? Because we should hear her voice in person, right? And I was like, well, I just bring lah. Then when you started playing that, I saw your face. I was like, oh no, poor thing. Gonna put on the spot.
yeah,
But
because
you sang, it was great.
oh yeah, oh, like I mean the way I learn music production also is very, because I'm really bad with music theory. Even when I took
Same.
music,
Oh, okay.
oh, I feel like a lot of musicians are like a lot of
Yeah, we don't know.
the
I don't know how to read. Don't worry. It's a. If you feel it and if it sounds right, that's what you should go for.
yeah. So
Right.
like a lot of my music production stuff that I learn is very oral based. I just go by ear
Nice.
and then by
Yeah.
what feels good. You know, like when you make a
Great.
song and I follow like, because I like because I took film arts in school,
Yeah.
so the way I make my song, like the structure of it is more cinematic based, like the
Yes.
intro. You have
Yeah.
the intro, the producer, the name of the people starring, and then you have the sort of like um the the bridge into the
Mm.
climax to the mid section, right? and then
Mm-hmm,
there's the
mm-hmm.
bit of the cool down, and then the mega ending of like explosions and all, and then there's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cool down and then ending. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's very weird.
It's very visual, lah, I guess, in that
Yeah.
sense, right?
So I guess after Noise actually is when, because I know Evan's a producer. He's a really great producer. So
Yeah.
I saw his computer. He showed some stuff of his
Mm-hmm,
works,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, it's like, it's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So it's like I decided, like it's a passion worth going into.
yeah.
It's it's like science but
It is. Yeah,
audio based.
yeah, yeah. It's an intangible science, which is like kind of like magic in that sense. Oh no, I don't know why that. Yeah, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah, which is amazing also because like after we hear your voice, then we hear your production, and then even the production that went into all your covers, it had a certain standard. It was like, holy crap! Like the frequencies are nicely spaced out. The stereo field is yummy. Like then you did. Can you tell me a bit more about how you created Cry?
Yeah, absolutely. Cry was I made this during the noise mentorship program actually.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I performed it during the auditions, but it wasn't completed. It was more like just like a rough idea.
Yeah.
I just throw it in a bit. I performed like an alternative version of it though,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then because I wasn't really sure how to actually finish a song, because I keep releasing like incomplete demos on SoundCloud. Yeah, so
As
like
we all do.
during noise, I was basically forced to complete a song though. I mean, you have to because they so
Because you have to perform it, right? And then,
yeah.
yeah,
So I
and
was
one of the
like,
deliverables is to finish a single, was it?
yeah.
Nice.
I mean, because it's a bit. I mean, it's not nice. Also, like they take you in and then you perform like an incomplete song at the end of the program.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's like they kind of make you, they want you. Like I know Vanessa wanted me to send like a full lyrics, like the full complete lyrics to the song, and then like have the whole set list. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
so this is some serious stuff,
Yeah.
noise. So I finished the lyrics and then I was basically like, because the song started before the auditions. Actually, it was just a basically the idea of the song is like, because I was like, I just see people, I see couples around me, so I was like, wow, I want that, but I cannot have that.
Alamak, putih. FOMO, FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO. So I FOMO, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a bitter love song, called "Cry," and then the lyrics just came naturally. I think some people think it's about someone, but it's actually not. It's just like,
It's a feeling that
yeah,
yeah, and I think yeah, which is great. I mean, I think your work shows quite. I'm sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable by the constant praise, but like your work shows a maturity that is quite rare, and how you package all the movements in your music, like you say, how cinematic it is. It's like it's a freaking experience, man. Just going through one song, like so. In that sense, I can also have an idea like how detailed you are with each loop that you use or each beat and where it sits and how wide you use your fields and how you write your synth strings even. There was this demo that or teaser that you put out on Instagram. I can't remember when, and it was just like this film of like the floral snippets, and then the music behind it is a whole string-ish synth movement. I was like, oh my god, like where's your head at? It's crazy, it's awesome. like so that's how how does that okay, this kind of a conversation will take a long time, but how does that start to come to you? Like do you hear it in parts or do you hear the whole thing? And then where do you get your production up to a certain level before you even think about doing your vocals or like writing melodies with your voice? How does that happen?
I like to usually I like to finish the instrumentals first. And then
Hey.
I write the lyrics on the side, but I don't really stress about finishing it until finishing the instrumental.
Yeah.
But for that song, for that one, it was a bit hard because I was like thinking, because I feel like no lyrics suit it. So until now, I'm a bit like, my head is a bit like, I'm not really sure what to do with that. So I might just reserve it for like an intro to maybe an album or a song.
Also,
So
it's gonna come out in something that you produce in the future, like just
yeah,
asking for a friend. That friend is myself.
yeah. So it's like I was listening to um this one orchestral piece by, I can't I can't for the life of me remember, but it's by this Russian composer. It has
Okay,
a very very, how to say,
dissonant.
yeah, very very magical and fairy tale type of vibe, the composition
Oh,
piece. And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
so I was like thinking like, oh, I want to do something like that, but then incorporate it and maybe find a way to make it a bit more modernish.
Okay.
So when I started the ta-na-na-na-na, the
Mm-hmm.
starting, then I was like, I just went with the flow, and then it wasn't until I finished the teaser that I realized like, wow, I didn't even add any drums or synthesizers. It's basically just like a violin or orchestral piece.
Yeah,
So
which is amazing. It's like it didn't. If you ask me if it needed any drums or anything, no, it's fine. But it opens up so much possibility.
yeah,
So
so
that
it's
kind of excited, like made me really excited hearing it. Then I had to go and listen to it again.
yeah. So I mean, I guess it's on the back burner. I'm not sure what I'll do. I might even find like a singer to maybe sing on it, if yeah. Because I
Nice.
mean I'm I mean like I like, I don't know. I mean, not gonna lie, I sometimes stalk through some local singers because I like their
Mhm.
voices, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I would love to produce something for them. I
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
don't know
You
if
should, man.
they will want to sing on it though.
Okay, shout out
Mm.
to all Singaporean singers and artists that might be DM'd by Kitty Purrnaz if she asks to people to produce a song for you. Take my word for it, just say yes.
Yeah.
Hope that helps out a little bit. Wow, but crazy man. I'm really quite excited for what else you have to put out there. So like let's focus on what's coming up for you? Like other than what we will see later on in terms of the performance, we can get to that. But in terms of music and what you've been doing, and we just saw you on the 9th of August, which was also even your visual. Okay, I have so many questions in so little time. The thing is like yeah, I know that you're a talented designer as well, and you've also done like work in film. Am I right? Okay, but can you explain what else do you do besides music?
I you mean like career wise, or
Career
like
wise, yeah, or
or like just like passion wise? Oh,
passion wise, or career wise also can.
I'm besides music, I actually like film, like cinematography, like film, video arts,
Mm-hmm.
and I like graphic design.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's
And you
like,
are you a graphic designer by trade?
oh, by sorry, by
As in, like, have you worked as a graphic designer before?
oh, no, I've actually never worked with anyone before.
Okay, but
It's like,
basically all your visuals are self-made, right?
yeah.
Jeez. Okay, but yeah, okay, sorry. So in that vein, like, what can we expect from this EP or this album or this work of art that you will be coming up with in the future?
um, you can expect something a bit different than Cry, because
Okay.
I did this one interview with Cheryl from Time Out. I said that my EP, I'm trying to have a horror vibe, but not really a horror.
So,
It's like Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
A
I've
very trippy tension
mhm.
to it.
And I'm gonna basically, you can expect really songs that are a bit different from each other. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a bit of a narrative to the EP. So like it's not just, a song one, song two, song three. There's sort of like a narrative to it, like the intro and then the outro. And then it's up to the listener to make what of it, like, oh, what is this story about? So
Nice.
and then I'm gonna try like make use of my graphic design and filming skills, I guess. Because like I think I mean, if people want to know, I'm not really under a management or a label, so
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not sure if I'm ready or not, but I like the whole idea of DIY because it
Mm-hmm.
forces you to be creative with what you have at home, and also
Yeah.
I don't really can't really afford to pay to have like, because I know if you want to have like some agency to create a video, music video, anything, you kind of need money, and it's not
Yeah.
nice. It's not nice to make them work for free. You know,
Correct.
it's really
Yeah.
not nice. So like, until I actually have that, I'll just stick to doing what I can with DIY, because sometimes you end up making really cool stuff. You know, like Claro, her music
Mm-hmm.
video, she had like a lot of DIY music videos, like just
Oh yeah,
her and her
yeah,
webcam. I'm like, what?
yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you really have a plan, if you really have a think through about what you can do creatively, it's kind of limitless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice man. Oh my god. Okay. Really looking forward to that. No pressure. If you need help, I'm around. I don't know how. I can help. This is me putting a plug for myself to come and help you out.
Mhm.
Like I'm legit. Like please, if you need help, just ask. Like I will be happy to help. Or if you can help me, maybe you can help me produce a song.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. So um, then I guess now comes the heavier questions like what has COVID been like for you in terms of changes in your process and how you get your music out there? How has that like I guess made you adapt or hindered you in some ways or helped you in some ways?
Uh, when it first started, because it started during, I think, about a week or 2 weeks after the Noise
The
final
noise
gig.
financial things.
Yeah, and then I already had some people like, oh, we have a gig here. They're kind of interested to have me,
Yeah.
which I'm grateful for it, because I would love to have more experience on the stage. You know,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like grow my way. And then suddenly it happened, COVID, the whole uh situation, pandemic stuff,
Yeah.
and then a lot of the opportunities were like taken away, and then some of
Oh.
them were paid. So I wasn't really
Mm.
used to having paid gigs. I mean, usually like in Australia, if I did perform, it was like open mic also, like just a
Oh yeah.
random karaoke.
Yeah.
So like it was taken away. And then I was working in a kind of like in the children sector. It's not really like
Oh.
an educator, but more so like it's like a venue for kids to kind of let loose, play around, and you're just there to just watch over them. Something like a
Nice.
babysitter plus, I mean, kind of like a babysitter, but not really. But
Okay.
basically, the place was shut down.
No,
It
alamak.
was
Yeah.
immediately, like, not just shut down for temporary, they immediately just closed down the whole company, because they say there's no way they can, because
Sustain.
people coming in, they won't get money, and then without money,
Uh,
they
cannot
can't really,
sustain.
yeah. So I was like out of job also, and then I was like, oh no.
No.
Yeah. I was
Double
like,
whammy.
and the pay was pretty good, even though I was just working part-time, because I
Mhm.
just came back also, so I was just working part-time, and it's not easy to find a part-time job that pays like above the minimum
Market rate.
wage or market rate.
Oh,
Yeah, market rate. So when
yeah.
it closed down, I was jobless, and then some opportunities in like music were kind of like disrupted,
Mm-hmm.
not on purpose. Even it was just the unfortunate luck of pandemic. It happened, and
Yeah.
it's better to be safe than sorry
Correct.
also. So it's
Yeah.
like I respect the whole like um what was it? It was like the circuit breaker. It's
Yeah. Circuit
completely
breaker.
needed, because we can't really, if they open up, continue as it was, it might go
Was
even worse, and then it might be prolonged.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there was like a period where I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if anyone noticed, but there was a period from the starting of circuit breaker until late 2020 where I was
Uh-huh.
like I wasn't really active. I
Yeah,
think it was
not
like
quiet,
around,
right?
yeah, I think it was around June, July, or until August or something last year. I was like really quiet because I was like just trying to sort out my finance, and then
Mhm.
I was like applying for financial aid because I'm considered under low income household also, which is
Oh,
fine. I
yeah.
mean, so we
Same.
only had like my mom bringing in the dough, so I
Yeah.
was just dealing with like some life stuff. And then when they eased the restrictions and all, and then I was like, ooh, I finally got some jobs because they opened up they eased the restrictions, so some companies, some establishments are slowly like looking for people, you know.
Yeah. And they have money to spend, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and then after that I got like some performance opportunities, maybe like live stream. I think
Nice.
one of the first one was like by Louis from Intriguin.
Ah, yeah, uploading, right?
Yeah, uploading. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I remember watching that. It was you and Hulk, was it? Or was it you and a couple of DJs?
I know Fox was there.
Fox is
And
there.
then
Okay, that's the one.
there was Bongo Man
Okay.
and a lot of DJs. Yeah,
And y'all
so
were at B Cube, right? Isn't
yeah,
it?
be cute.
Nice.
So it was nice to like see all these other musicians, after so long being in isolation for some. Because like I know some people they live alone,
Yeah.
so it kind of sucks. Every day you wake up, you see the wall. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
got to meet like Louis, and then I got to meet
Shout out, Luis. Introduce.
I got to meet what's his name? Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
mean,
Lord, I forgot.
there's a lot of people that I was really happy to meet because like even though like opportunities were kind of placed on hold, you still I realized that during the circuit breaker a lot of
Yeah.
people kind of went online to connect and to promote themselves.
Yeah.
So I met a lot of people online on Instagram during that
Mhm.
period. I met the mediocre
The
haircut
haircut
crew.
crew. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I managed to like talk to some other local musicians and all. It's quite a few. It's hard to name because there
Nice.
is a lot. So
Yeah.
so from uploading SG and then slowly entering 2021, there was like Vans Musician Wanted, and then there was like
Yeah.
some live stream gigs that were actually paying, and I really
Nice.
respect that, because even because during that period also there was the article that came out about like non-essential jobs.
Oh no,
Yeah,
the infographic and the live front page, was it?
yeah. So I was like,
Ah,
I guess we
oh,
won't be getting paid.
yeah. Well, that triggered all of us. I was like, hey, I was telling my wife, I'm like, hey, look at me, hun. I'm not gonna bring in any money in the next month or so.
Yeah. Oh my god, that article.
Yeah.
But I mean, oh well, what I can't really say much. Also, I just yeah, I guess I accepted fate. I was like, okay, I guess I'll be doing this for fun. so so easing into 2021 also I found because I worked in swap operations because like
Okay.
yeah
What's that? Is that the name of
swap
company?
operations is
Oh, swap ops. Like,
yeah yeah,
uh,
so like because I mean I don't
risk pay, man.
know,
Risk pay. Get the risk pay.
yeah, so that was an
Thank you for your
interesting.
service.
Oh, I didn't really do much though. I was like the admin, so I just like
Oh,
yeah, but it
um,
was a cool experience.
nice.
And then there was YMAs, which I was quite
Nice.
surprised. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What the
that
heck?
was really good. I guess to get you back into the groove of things.
I just I, yeah.
But
Um
it's well deserved. I really like that song "Cry" when you and that was what you won for, right? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Was it
that's the
Cry? Right?
only song I have.
They're on Spotify.
So
Yeah.
so sad.
Not for long. Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good to hear that I think for all of us that especially when we get hit hard by something like COVID, the pandemic and restrictions, the first thing to go is live events or music performances, which is like it's not just how we earn money, but it's also how we network, and how we talk to people, and how we understand how our songs work out in public. You know, right? Like all these things. Even learn about how what kind of a performer you are, where the nerves and the adrenaline take over. It's quite sad that that was gone for a while. But in a way, I guess things are opening up a little bit. Hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But so maybe now I like to talk about, um, I guess moving forward in your music. There will be some music we'll be hearing from you today. Um, can you kind of walk us through what we will be experiencing?
Uh, well, it's a very homey vibe, I guess. That's the
Okay.
best way to describe it. It has a very intimate and very bedroom vibe. I don't want something, I guess I didn't want it to be something like extravagant, just something that's cozy, you
Mm-hmm.
know? It's like sitting at home, and then for those people that are not vaccinated yet, they can't really, or maybe they are, but it's not showing in their trace together. And you can just, chill at home and order takeaway, just
Yeah,
watch, just chillax. Yeah.
nice. Okay. So I think in terms of knowing from for me as a perspective, as a slightly older artist in the scene, and seeing many talents kind of like pop up fast in the last maybe 5 or 6 years, and all of you guys have such an ingenuity to how you create, how you make music. It's really heartening like, for me to hear someone like you trying to make it in music and hearing your voice for the first time. That was really what got me. And then to learn and to understand that you are behind everything is like it's really cool. And so if there's something that you would like to share from I think your perspective and your trials or your little wins or big wins as an artist, especially since after being on like TV for National Day, what would you like to share with people who look up to you or people who are struggling around this time of our lives?
I think just keep pushing, keep doing what you love, and don't let people tell you like you can't make it because of this and that. I think nothing is impossible. It's limitless, even if it may seem like, oh, it's a lot of work to get there because I don't have this and that.
Yeah.
That's just basically your own subconscious limitations.
Mhm.
You just have to find a way to break through it, and once you break through it, right, you realize like, hey, nothing's impossible. Like, just march to the beat of your own drum. Even if it's like, like the pandemic happened, but people surprisingly, like in the music scene in Singapore, everybody did make their way through it. That we discovered the beauty of TikTok, which I love. I love waking up every day seeing that. I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
is amazing. This is I just lots of really entertaining content. Um
Nice.
and then we moved to live stream, and now we're
Mhm.
slowly moving our way back to gigs.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have DistroKid, you have all these, CD Baby distribution, where you can sign by yourself and just release your own stuff. So I mean, it's not easy, but it's if it's not hard as well, just do what you love,
Yeah.
and don't don't let the naysayers, bring you down. Yeah. And
Amen to
then
that.
yeah.
Okay, so lastly, before I let you go and do your thing, can you just tell us where to find you, what your handles are, and just shout out as much as you can in the next 15 seconds or so?
Uh okay, so you can find me everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes under Kitty Purrnaz. That's the only handle I have. It's at
How do you spell it?
KITTYPURRNAZ.
Two
So-
R's. Got it.
Double R, yeah. And also just follow me, and I'll follow back. I'll try. I don't really check my Instagram, to be honest.
You have a show coming up too, right? The next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, catch me at LaSalle. I just realized my show is not booked out yet, so there's still some spots. So just go to LaSalle RIF Instagram, and then you can find all of the performers performing.
Yeah.
If you see any performers that's not booked out yet, please come to their show, because this is one of the first few live shows also for a lot of these people. So I think it will mean a lot to them. And then I would like to give a shout out to a lot of people that I haven't even spoken to yet in real life, but I'm actually a fan. I want to give a shout out to Mary and Carmel. I thank you for always commenting. You're great. I love your TikTok contents. Shout out to Shy. I know we met at YMAs. You ran up to me and said you love my song, and then I went up to you and asked for a picture, and then that's all the contact we had. And then shout out to Evan Low. He's the man, Love the NDP song. Shout out to Lin Ying. I love your new single. I know you don't know me, but sorry. Shout out to Benjamin Kang, who I definitely don't know in real life or on Instagram. And then shout out to Tim De Cotta.
Hey, shout out to Kitty Purrnaz. Okay, yeah. And then with that, we shall bid our farewells before we play some of your music. So thanks, Kitty. And of course, it's been a pleasure the last 45 minutes or so. And thanks everyone else out there for tuning in for this stream, for Skate Music Day Out's pre-event live stream. And without further ado, here is a live acoustic performance of Kitty Purrnaz.
This off my chest. I'm suffocating in distress. But you are the only exception. You are the reason that I'm open. You are the only solution. And I'm like sundown, chasing after sunset. I'm laying down on your chest. And I'm like sundown, chasing after sunset. I'm laying down on your chest. And my Cupid arrows, I've used up all my Cupid arrows. My Cupid arrows, I've used up all my Cupid arrows. And no, I need to get this off my chest. I'm suffocating in distress. But you are the only exception. You are the reason that I'm on. are the only solution. And I'm like sundown, chasing after sunset. I'm laying down, I'm a chest. And rundown, chasing after sunsets. I'm laying down on your chest. If you wanna hurt me, all I ask is just for you to do it slowly, do it slowly, hurt me. All I ask is just for you to do it slowly, do it slowly, do it slowly, do it slowly. Oh, hurt me.
Thank you. That was Paradise. I hope you guys liked it. Anyways, my name is Kitty Purrnaz, and I am a local singer-songwriter and music producer in Singapore. I kind of make R&B and electronic music, so this is something a bit brand new to me. Acoustic set, and yeah. So hope you guys are doing all right at home. Just relax, lay down on your bed or something, and chill with me. So our next song is called Baby Baby Baby, and this one was written about a few months back. It's inspired by Muramasa and Cashmere Cat. So I'm just gonna put down my guitar.
If you wanna be my baby, you're gonna have to know your place. And if you wanna be my baby, we don't have to play these games. And so kiss me slowly, save your soul and bask in glory. And so kiss me slowly, save your soul and bask in glory. If you wanna be my baby, you're gonna have to know your place. And if you wanna be my baby, we don't have to play these games. And so kiss me slowly, save your soul and bask in glory. And so kiss me slowly, save your soul and bask in glory. If you wanna be my baby, you're gonna have to know your place. And if you wanna be my baby, we don't have to play these games. We don't have to play these games. And so kiss me slowly, kiss me slowly.
That was Baby Baby Baby. Hope you guys like it. use the backing track for it, but it's an unreleased song, and who knows, you might see it on Spotify in this next 2 months or something. Anyways, this next song is a really important song. It's one of my debut songs. It's called Cry. I released this on Spotify about a year ago on Valentine's Day, and it's I think it's my only song that I have, but I'm super lucky to have this so much support on it. So save the best one for last. Let's go.
Somebody like you, when somebody like you won't love me. No, why do I care for somebody like you when somebody like you would leave me? I don't wanna be lonely, I don't wanna hurt hopelessly. Why do I cry for you, die for you, lie for you? No, why do I cry for you, die for you, lie for you? Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. No, why do I cry? Why do I cry? No, why do I cry? Why do I cry? No, why do I cry? Why do I cry? Waiting in the night, stressed, staring at the sunset, and it's hard for me. Sitting on a nightstand, letters long forgotten. We're not meant to be, but I know, in another life, make no mistake, I'm not in denial, but maybe we'll try in paradise, in paradise. No, why do I fall for somebody like you when somebody like you won't love me? No, why do I care for somebody like you when somebody like you would leave me? I don't wanna be lonely, I don't wanna hurt hopelessly. Why do I cry for you, die for you, lie for you? No, why do I cry for you, die for you, lie for you? Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. Oh, na na na, yeah, yeah. No, why do I cry? Why do I cry? Why do I cry? Why do I cry? And no, why do I cry? Why do I cry? You just wanna tear, you just wanna tear, you just wanna tear my heart in. You just wanna tear, you just wanna tear, you just wanna tear my heart in. You just wanna tear, you just wanna tear my heart in. Ooh, you just wanna tear my heart in.
Thank you. That was Cry, and that's it for my set. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Kitty Purrnaz again. I'm on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, I'm on YouTube Music, Tidal, I'm everywhere, except for, I think, KKBox. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, and YouTube. I go by Kitty Purrnaz. It's all the same. Hope to see you. Stay safe, wear your mask, and sanitize your hands.